Okay, good morning. Hey, friends. Welcome back. I am Jack. This is Jack Unmasked. And welcome to the next installment. It is early Thursday morning. The sun is just starting to peek out. I think it's about 6 in the morning. I am very excited to be back. I'm sorry that it's been so long since the last video. I say that all the time, but I truly mean it. And I'm talking a little softly because Megan is asleep. And yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice to be back. I have my son this week, so I was in Riverside yesterday, and so I was able to go to my old, well, the lady that cut my hair when I lived back there, and so it was nice to get a haircut from somebody that knows what I like. Um, Got to spend a good amount of time with my son yesterday and the night before, which was nice. I was able to pick him up from school on Tuesday. I got out of work early, picked him up from school on Tuesday. He's got a thing going on. He needs to see a dent. He had to see a dentist. But yeah, it's great spending time with him. I've been doing a lot of. There's been stuff on my mind having to do with work, like watching people just be unwilling, not just to change, but even just to acknowledge that maybe the way that they're living isn't beneficial to them or their family or productive to themselves or society. And it just reminds me a lot about, when I first came into the program, when I first got clean. And sometimes it's draining, you know, uh, knowing that someone is just, along for the ride and doesn't want to get better or think that they even need to get better because they think that the way that they live is, you know, perfectly fine, and it's taxing emotionally. um, I enjoy it. I like showing up for the guys who want to change. Um, but yeah, I've been thinking a lot about, and I think I talked about it recently about just the consistency. So like this morning, I got up at about 3:40, and I was planning on coming back to Venice and laying back down and getting an extra hour and a half of sleep. But on the ride, I'm talking to myself in my head, um, and I really didn't want to go to the gym. I just didn't. Some days that's the case. But I convinced myself, just get there and just do a little something. Doesn't matter what it is. Just go there, and whatever you get out of it, as long as I do something. And I was there for 25 minutes, but I worked out, and I know that the way that I'm feeling now is a lot better than the way I would have been feeling if I would have come here and gotten another hour and a half of sleep. And I promise you, I did not want to go to the gym. But a lot of the times, it really doesn't matter what I want. There are times where I want to get high, but I don't. It's not really about what I want. It's about what I do and what I'm willing to, you know, what I'm willing to sacrifice temporarily for benefits in the future. And I'm not always great at that. I have a hard time with the sacrificing things that I want now, maybe financially for my future. Like probably shouldn't go out and get a nice meal for no reason when I could save the money for a rainy day. I'm not so good at that. But the hey, maybe don't gamble right now so that later on you have more money, or don't go back to sleep now, go to the gym. Those type of things are easier for me. Not easy by any means, but easier than other things. And I just feel great. And I didn't do that much at the gym, but I feel great. I feel like like I had a small victory already today. Not only did I not snooze my alarm clock when it went off, super early, but then I made it to the gym. And once I finish up this video, I'm gonna have a protein shake, and I'm gonna get to work early and chat with the guys. And it's just those little starting my day with those small little victories. I know that probably everybody has heard about that book about it's by like a some sort of military guy about making your bed. Um, and he talks about you know how important it is to make your bed in the morning because you start the day with a victory, and it's easier to stack small victories um, than it is to think that you can just accomplish this big victory later on in the day without really making any progress towards that. And it's a great book. I think we read it when I worked at the car dealership. That was one of the books we would like get assigned a book every so often that had to do with um, positivity or spirituality or and that was one. I think that was the first one we did, and it was cool. It was good. I mean, I know of those things because I'm in a 12-step program already, but a lot of people didn't know about it, so hearing them talk about it at work was pretty cool. Um, but I mean, it works. These little victories just make the day better. All it really does is change my perspective on things. It doesn't actually make a better day. It just makes my outlook on the day better so that um, my perception of the day is more positive, even if it's the same day. If I start with small victories, I feel better. I feel like the day's going smoother. Um, I spread more positivity to other people, and typically that makes its way back into my life. Um, it's just an all around good thing to do. If you don't do it, that's okay too. This is just my personal experience. Uh, I will be going to Toronto in May. Um, Megan and I have a married couple friends of ours out there. The first trip I ever took with Megan early on in our relationship was to Mexico to a wedding, and it was this couple's wedding, and it was great. Cooper and Whitney, and they're living in Toronto right now, so we're gonna go visit them mid-May for like a long weekend, and I am going to go out of my way to make sure that I meet Solo Sinner, who is a member, a subscriber here on the channel who has supported in ways that I don't know that anyone else has. Uh, he believes in this channel. He believes in me, and he happens to live in Toronto. So when I'm out there, I'm gonna try to grab a bite to eat with him. Well, I will grab a bite to eat with him. I'm gonna try to sit him down and make a short episode with him because that would be, I think it'd be super cool to make installments of this with people who are subscribers. Uh, so I look forward to that. Obviously, I look forward to, you know, I love taking trips with Megan. She's like the best travel partner in the world. And we get to see Cooper and Whitney, and I'll get to meet Solo Sinner. It should be an epic trip, and I'm looking forward to it. And I appreciate you, Solo Sinner, big time. Um, yeah, so that's happening in May. What else is going on? That's the only travel that we have planned. We obviously were just in uh, the Grand Canyon, which you guys know about. Um, but yeah, I wanted to before I got in the shower. I just got back from the gym. Before I got in the shower, I wanted to make sure that I sat down and had a little coffee with everyone. Um, I might. So I have my son this weekend, but Megan is working, so I'll have some time. I can't promise that I'll be live on Sunday, but there's a chance that I'll be live on Sunday, early-ish. Um, you know, um, but I'll have another episode of this out soon as well. I had something on my mind that I wanted to touch on. Um, I'm real grateful for everyone that shows up here. I know that there's been big gaps in my videos as far as when they're coming out, and I know I keep saying it, but I promise you I'll get better. Um, Life just shows up sometimes, and that's okay. There are probably people that used to watch my videos. Life showed up, and they don't get to watch them as much anymore, and that's okay. Appreciate any time you show up. Um, there was something. There was something on my mind. If it were that important, I would remember. I don't want to keep you any longer. Just being silent here. I appreciate you. Thank you so much to everyone that shows up. If you want to leave a comment on something that you'd like to hear about, that would be amazing. Anything at all. If I don't know anything about it, I'll let you know. But most things I can touch on, and I would love some ideas on what you might want to hear about, or hear my perspective on, or hear me, try and sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I really don't. But I hope you all have a great Thursday. Life's beautiful if you look at it through the right lens. And hope everybody's having a good start to their new year. 2025 should be a great year. Um, yeah, I love you. Shoot me a comment. Let me know what you want to talk about or what you want to hear me talk about. I'd really appreciate that. I love ideas. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.